Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports, let's talk about music, let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J, What's Good Today, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
What's good, folks? What is good? You know what it is. Today is Wednesday.
No, they don't know what it is. They need to be reminded. It's 1 year. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Anniversary. What's up, folks? We're here. Some people say we weren't going to make a year. You can kiss my rear. Oh, I'm sorry. I went too far.
Yeah, just a little bit. Anyway, folks, brand new week, brand new Wednesday, so you already know what it is. PD&J, What's Good Today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm the crazy one. Wait, I said that wrong. My name's Pocket. I'm not the crazy one.
As he said, folks, today marks our 1 year episode. I can't tell you how much we want to thank you guys, and we rock with you guys for rocking with us every week, week in, week out. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. We appreciate your shout out to every one of you. All 500 and some other thingamajigs of y'all. 527, 207, 77. I don't know. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
1 year, bro. 1 year. Can you believe it?
Hell yeah, I believe it.
Okay. I just wanted to.
You caught me in the middle of drinking.
Anyway, speaking of a special day, I got to give a special shout out. Not only does today mark 1 year for us doing our episode, but today is actually my mom's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Gwen Mallory. I love you. May your day be blessed and you get everything that you want.
I hope you get some fresh crab legs, some fresh lobster tails, some shrimps.
She did. It's ironic that you actually mentioned that, because that's all she wanted, and that's what we got her.
See, that's the way it works, right? You put it out there, you get it. I hope you get some more. I hope you get so much, you have to give them away.
Nah, she ain't giving no crab legs away. She keeping no crab legs.
See, I'm trying to put the positive out there because you can reap what they sow.
I get that, but now.
So you just ruined the whole motive behind the motet.
Anyway, let's get right into it, folks.
Let's do that. Well, you know what? Current events. Make them say, Well, you know what?
Oh, wow. So, folks, Master P and Romeo, do we still call him Lil Romeo, or is it Romeo?
We still call Lil Wayne, right?
Facts. Facts. But anyway, their family business is being spewed out in the public. And I say spewed because that's literally what's happening, spewed. Romeo is claiming that there's money being held out.
A grown-ass man, 30-some years old.
From his father. And now his father used some of that money to, what did he say? Pay some of his back taxes or something of that nature. And then this 30-something-year-old man want to say something in regards to
he broke.
He's broke, and what happened to his share of rap snacks?
More like rap pebbles because he ain't got no snacks. Yeah. All right, folks. I'm gonna put it out there like this. It's rich people problems. Shit. That's rich people problems. I don't have them. I'm quite sure most of y'all don't have them. You got the problems? I ain't got the problem. Well, I can sit there and say, I'm broke at 31 years old of $1 million house, $1 million mansion. You know what? I really don't. Here's my thing. People are talking about his daddy took his money. How? No. Let me get this out. Let me get this out. If that's the case, why has no other sibling come out and said a thing?
Because he probably took Romeo's money to take care of the family.
So can you name me a whole album of hits from Romeo? Can you name me at least one song of a hit from Romeo?
No, I can't.
Okay. How about his television show, Lil Romeo, that his father had to be on for to even make money?
No, how about this? This is what I know Romeo from. ICDC College. ICDC College. Woo. Yes.
Well, shout out to DeMar DeRozan, his best friend. He's actually making it, isn't he?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
In other words, Romeo, here's what I think this all is a ploy. We discussed this yesterday. I'm putting this out there. Y'all want to take sides, that's fine. Here's what I'm saying is, it's marketing for the show that they have.
That growing up hip hop shit?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the show.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'll say it's all marketing for that. Because here's the thing. I'm quite sure the ratings on that show probably wasn't any good. Now, how to make it even better, you bring some sort of scandal.
Well, Romeo was always a part of the cast, and he has production credits in the show.
Oh, so it's another thing he's not successful at. It makes sense now. Now, I understand people want to say he's in the spotlight, but really, is he in the spotlight? I mean, honestly, do you really consider him in the spotlight? I don't.
Romeo?
Yeah. Limelight, maybe, but not a spotlight.
Isn't that the same, though?
No.
How so?
Spotlight means what you say when you talk, people listen.
People are listening right now.
No, they're not. They're not listening. If they're listening, they will be looking at the whole picture of saying, well, if you're the one talking, but nobody else is supporting you. Nobody in the family. No artists have come out. And when I say his brothers and his sister, I'm talking about not only just that family. I'm talking about the whole label that apparently he's claiming that his father took all this money and blew it. Now, here's one thing I will say. Master P, get your lawn taken care of. Every video I see you in that crusty lawn is not being manicured properly. I got
everything that we're talking about. You're gonna talk about this man's yard.
I'm going somewhere with this. I know some good landscapers that'll hook you up, bro, and it's not expensive. Now, even with inflation, where am I going with this? That's the only thing I can see out of that. That big ass house he got, but the yard looks crusty and dusty. Actually, give your boy Rick Ross a call. Rick Ross, look at Rick Ross's lawn. Borrow his lawnmower. Have him come do the yard. He does his own yard. He cuts his own trees.
The yard. Folks, that's what we're talking about. Yards.
Now, where was I going with this? Romeo, if you're so broke, go cut your daddy's yard. Bill him for it. Then we'll see what really happens. If you're that broke. Matter of fact, get your growing hip-hop cameras. Get your growing hip-hop cameras to film you while you're cutting the yard and make that an episode.
I mean, as far as a ploy for the ratings on the show, I can actually see that happening just because I think for 2 years he wasn't on the show and now he's coming back. So I think that
I would bring viewers with.
Depending, I'm not watching it.
I don't watch Growing Up or Getting Older or Loving Love and Hip Hop. Y'all gotta help me with this. What do they call? You got Love and Hip Hop. You got the wives, girlfriends things for basketball wives, baseball wives, football girlfriends, cheating girlfriends. All of them play. No, I don't do them. Sorry, it's just too much for me.
I don't see myself watching it either. But it's, to me, I think that there's some real trauma that's going on right there, and they need to figure that out. They honestly need to figure that shit out.
I think he needs to figure it out.
They both need to.
Put it this way, Master P's already said it. You want to talk to me? You know where I'm at. Romeo would rather put it out there on social media. Romeo wants to make the claim. Or is it? Oh, he can't talk to his dad except on social media.
Certain parents are like that though.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry. There's nothing. Romeo's never been truthful with any of us. You gotta remember that. Remember when he said he had more hits than Bow Wow?
Okay.
Do I need to keep going? Or is that enough? Is that case? That's it? Okay, all right. I'll leave it there.
So,
I guess we can't call him Romeo and not Little Romeo. We can stop calling Little Bow Wow, even though he didn't grow up. I did it again. It's 1 year. Things ain't changed. Sorry.
anyway, moving on. So I want to talk about this Tory Lanez situation.
I like that segue. One crook to the next.
So, those that don't know, Tory Lanez has been convicted of 3 felony counts. One of
wow. What evidence pointed to this man? I'm sorry, I can't. I've been sitting. You know how you sit there and you just bubble like a volcano and it just gets to you? I can't hold it in, y'all. I can't hold it in. Tell me how. His DNA was not found anywhere on the magazine of the gun. It was female DNA found. Unidentified female DNA. Even the one witness said he saw 2 women arguing outside the damn car.
Not only that, but even the star witness ended up flipping her story.
No, she didn't flip her story. She didn't say anything.
That part. She had so much to say.
She said, "Oh, yeah, I can't wait till I get up there. They're gonna know the truth,
and they're gonna plead the 5th."
I did I say that? No, I didn't say he shot her. Yeah, you did. Y'all heard me. Saw you say you. They have it on record and right there.
Now, here's my question: how much time do you think he's gonna get, bro? The max that he's gonna do is, I think, 22 years, 20 to 22 years, or something like that. How much do you think he's gonna do?
I want to say this. Y'all do me a favor. I don't even want to talk about it. Do me a favor. Go back and watch the judge's face.
Well, beyond that, I mean, answer my question. Like,
the judge didn't believe they found him guilty
on all 3 counts. Like, here's the thing about it: maybe one count where he let go.
I can't wait for the appeal. I'm sorry, I can't wait for
the appeal. No, did you hear what his father said? And how his father want to blame Jay-Z and Rock Nation and everything else like that.
So yeah, the conspiracy is that because he owns his masters and he has no record label to back him, that all of them colluded to get him found guilty.
What?
Yeah, that's what you know what I'm saying.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, apparently, everything goes back to owning your masters. Everything goes back to that. No matter what you do in life, you own your masters.
Well, look at R. Kelly with I Admit It, but hey, whatever.
But he didn't release it, which I still don't understand. You didn't release that, but it got released with your name on it.
But if you notice, he signed to Sony, and that shit got released under a different label. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with Sony.
His Sony contract's been gone. They got rid of that. Once this case came out, this final case, and they knew he was going to be found guilty before he was found guilty. Read between the lines of what I'm saying. They knew he was going to be found guilty before he was found guilty.
Everybody knew he was going to be found guilty.
Not really, because we saw him get off before. But Sony, which is ironic, because Sony always has artists that are being convicted of some sort of child molestation or manipulation or whatever you want to call it. But I'm not going to go there with that. Oh, hey, mama, happy birthday. I guess I better behave now.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh,
No, but going back to Tory Lanez, answer my question. How much time do you think they're going to give this?
I'm not answering it because I don't think he's going to get it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
I've heard that he's not going to get the whole 20 years. He might get 10.
I don't think he's going to get that. He's going to get deported. Why even
Back to Canada?
Yeah. Why even bother putting him in an American jail when he's Canadians? Deport him. Send him back.
Now, do you think that's going to mess his...
Although he is a black man. Wait a minute. Let me think about this.
Jesus.
He's a black man. Canadian black man. Yeah, deport him.
She said, thank you. Hey.
She's cracking up.
My mom said 5 to 10.
I only think it will be 5 to 10 suspended sentence.
I think it's going to be a suspended sentence, but I think he's going to do like a couple of years. 2-3 years suspended sentence on the rest.
They'll be better off sending him back to Canada, deporting him, keeping him out of the country, saying you can't come back. You can't step foot in the U.S. for, let's see.
Do you think that kills his music numbers? No.
Because what's happening now, you're going to see him start trending in music, in YouTube videos, and all that stuff because of this. He's going to get more collaborations now, I think, because of this. People forget, I hate to say this, when it comes to music and boxing and other things, sports, domestic violence
Hypes everything.
hypes you up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, but it's sad, though. That's the sad part about it. Is it the culture that makes it that bad? I think it is. A part of it is.
I don't think it's the culture that makes it that bad. I think it's the people. Us. Not talking about us personally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But us, the people outside of the media. We do this. We make that person, what they are. Like, people put these people on these pedestals because, the lifestyles that they live, they put them on these pedestals. They oh man, so-and-so I gotta go get that outfit. Oh, so-and-so, oh yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta get this. I'm gonna be like this person. I'm gonna be like that person. We put them on these pedestals. And what really sad about this is, in the households, the fatherless households, it's really an impact. It really is an impact.
Now, speaking of jail time, I want to kind of segue into this Gunna situation. For those that don't know, Gunna had...
So you got to explain. Gunna part of YSL with...
Young Thug and a whole bunch of other people that got caught up in that RICO case. Well, he took a plea deal, and he's now free after spending a little bit over a year.
Yeah. It was about Christmas last year.
Yeah, a little bit over a year he spent behind bars and took a plea deal. But let me point out, not just he took a plea deal, but various others, including Young Thug's brother,
but
took a plea deal as well.
Here's the thing, again, it goes back to the community. People are so quick to call people snitches and all this other stuff. So being Gunna, because he has music and he's more popular than Young Thug's brother and all the other people that are released, he's at the forefront of this. And luckily the media put him out there too. So now they're talking about, he snitched. He did this, that, and the other. So, one, I don't care if he snitched or not. Now, his music, I've listened to a few of his songs. I do like it. I'm not going to stop listening to his music.
Now, speaking of his music, they tried to use his music against him. Do you agree with that or not?
If you're dumb enough to put your current crimes in your music yes.
Okay. Now,
we had this before.
Yeah. Now, here's my whole thing why I brought up Gunna. He had a partnership with Walmart where they were going to donate $100 gift cards to 1,000 families and a total of $100,000 that was going to be given away to various families in the Metro Atlanta area.
Well, you've got about Good R too. Good R
partnered up with them. But I'm mainly speaking Walmart because Walmart pulled out. When Walmart pulled out, everything on that end ended up falling apart for him, but he still found a way. I think he used his own money. I really think he used his own money and still was able to do the gift cards or donate to the families that he was trying to help. My question is, and we had this discussion before, I think there was a morality clause within his contract that he had with Walmart, being a big conglomerate, and with that RICO case, that made them pull themselves out of that deal. I honestly think that's what happened.
So you're saying, well, my conspiracy about behind that.
Conspiracy. Here we go.
CEO conspiracy behind it is, I think that, well, as we know, earlier in the year, Walmart, the Walton family, bought a team in Denver. Now, as you know, with RICO cases, you can get wind of them, and people will pass the word to you, letting you know what's going on with these RICO cases as they go on, right? So I think the Waltons knew, but they just kind of were hush-hush. But the NFL probably got wind of it too, because they got their own investigators for everything. If you're gonna buy a team, they want to know everything about you, make sure your money's legit. They're not trying to have what happened more in baseball when what's the name went to go buy it. They had to resell it with Pirate in the Mets.
Yeah.
Bought the Mets, and then all the mess came out about him because they didn't do the research. NFL does the research. I'll give them that. They don't ever necessarily do the right thing with the research, but they do their research. And I'm quite sure they said, before we even let you in this white shirt society, you got to kind of, this partnership you got going, it's going to be a stain. We got enough stuff we got going on. You need to kind of distance yourselves. So what does Walmart do? Okay, yeah, it's big enough where it's making an imprint in that community where he's from, in that state, that city. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I'm quite sure there's other ones that fell by the wayside too, but that one there can stick out too because Walmart's name is all over it. It's Walmart gift card, y'all. It's all over it. So do I think that's what I think it boils down to? It all does boil down to
money. And that's sad because this young man was actually trying to do something.
Well, I wouldn't say trying. We gotta.
He did something.
Yeah, he did.
He did throughout every adversity that he went through. This man still found a way to be able to give back, and I applaud him for that.
Yep.
I definitely applaud him for that. Folks, we still got a lot to talk about. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. What up? Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers? Yo, son! Promo videos? I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one-sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now, GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Get it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs. Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at JW the King.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. 1 year anniversary birthday episode of PD&J was good today. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket. Welcome.
For those that said that we couldn't make it for a year, hey.
What in the hell was that?
Nelson from Simpsons. No. Okay.
Giggity, motherfucker.
All right, I'm kind of pissed off.
Always better than being pissed on.
Can you work with me here?
I do. Where does it get to? Tell them to spit it out, y'all. Tell them. Somebody put in the comments, spit it out. Spit it out.
So here's what I'm pissed off about. A 1.5 or 1.7 trillion dollar bill got passed over the weekend. Want to know why I'm pissed off about that? Well, $858 billion is going towards our defense fund. $45 billion is going to the aid in Ukraine. And another $100 and something million is going towards disaster relief efforts. What about the people? What about our job infrastructure, our economy? Like, what's up? I don't get it. This shit is irritating the hell out of me. For one, where are we getting this money from?
So
Where?
Here's the correction on the bill, because that was something I was wondering about. The breakdown that they actually put out is $150 billion for military spending.
Okay.
$773 billion for domestic programs like education, healthcare, and affordable housing. So they did put money back to us, but it's bland. Very bland. Affordable housing, education. You always say you're putting money in that. But if that's the case, then why is our local schools
still slacking?
No, asking the patrons, the parents of these children, hey, make sure your taxes, you put this, and this, so we can get more money. So if that's the case, that you're putting all this money into the school systems,
where is it?
Where is it?
Where is it?
All right, now, here's the thing. The Democrats that passed this, they said they had to put more money into the military spending to get the bill to pass.
Why? That's my question.
Why even have the bill?
That part.
It's not about, shouldn't have been passed at all. Why even have the bill? You aren't looking to build our economy. You're trying to support President Zelensky in the Ukraine. Now, here's what I'm going to say about the Ukraine. We haven't talked about them in months. This is something we agreed on not to talk about. Because one thing, when I did, the last thing we mentioned, and we both were discussed about this, when we saw the video of the black Ukrainians trying to get on the bus to leave being denied access. The black students that were there, foreign exchange students that were there, that were being denied access. There's no one to answer for that. No one is going to answer for that, still to this day. So why have I not mentioned it? Why have I not talked about the war except in spurts and saying thank you guys for the views and the followers, which we may lose some, which I don't care, because I'd rather have followers that are true and to what that we are a part of, what we believe, than to what their own false belief, or whatever it may be. I don't care. I don't care. We are a nonpartisan podcast. I should say news station. Hell, we might as well say it. Current events.
Platform. I'll just say it.
We're nonpartisan. In saying that, I don't care what color you are. But I know one thing. You better respect everyone. Of all of our members, all of our followers, all of us. Actually, I could care less if you do or you don't. Because you know what? It's been done before. I will embarrass you on the show with no problem. You want attention? You can have attention.
My thing about it is this administration is passing bills and budgets.
No, it's not about passing bills. They're spending money that we ain't got.
That we don't have. That's where I was getting at. And like he said, we're nonpartisan, so I can't necessarily say that I pick a side or not. I won't go on record to say that I pick a side or not. But Sleepy Joe, wake the hell up.
No, there's a side to pick. The side of the people. Apparently, nobody cares. That's the side to pick. The side of the people, and nobody cares about it.
Well, how would you do that? And like, if you were president, what would you do?
Oh, you don't want that.
If you were president, what would you do?
I'd go to Ukraine and get my money back. I'll be flying out there. I'm like, look,
I made a mistake.
I need my check, and it better be on the first. If not on the first, you're gonna have more problems in Russia coming after your ass. See, that just let's not just put me in that equation of being president, because all hell would break loose all over the world. Because I just wouldn't put up with anything.
But you know what? It's not just Joe. It's been presidents that predicate him or preceded him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I didn't predicate. Okay, well, okay.
No, that have
the predate. You try to say predate? Yeah. Okay, got you. I got you.
That have put other nations above us, and I'm tired of seeing it.
It's a history of that.
I'm so tired of seeing that. It's not even funny. Like,
what's funny? Here's what I want to say. Why is it that when it comes to certain things, people say take care of your own, but when it comes to the government, it's like, oh, I do what you want. Anybody comment on that? Why is it that when it's us, the ones that vote these people in the office, when it comes to us, we say, take care of your own. Put your own first.
But we don't.
Home first. But when we get that political office, oh, we need to go out there and help Ukraine. We need to go out there and, oh my gosh, they're not even a state, but we need to help so-and-so. They're not even they're U.S. territory. They're not a part of the United States. But we need to help them. We need to send them all this money.
Agreed.
See, now she's showing off because it's her birthday.
No, but she's stating facts though.
But she's showing off though. She's showing off.
She's having a good time.
Yeah, she is. Go ahead and show off. Tell them what you want.
They only want power and greed.
They're right. If I could just keep that there and not let it go anywhere, that's exactly what's wrong. That's why we need to get rid of politicians. What does that mean? There's a lot of them now. There are a lot of people that are rich people, actually self-made people running for office. They realize the only way we're going to get things to change if we change what's there.
And how do you change that? We everybody talks a good game, but how do we change that?
I think I just kind of just told you what's happening.
Well, be specific.
How am I not being specific? The people that are self-made are getting in office. How is that specific?
Well, one thing that I kind of brought up, and I brought this up during our meeting yesterday. I kind of said that if all of the United States workforce goes on strike, and I'm talking about major industries like our manufacturers, our railroad, our transportation.
So the blue collar workers
go on strike. What's going to happen to the infrastructure of this country?
Well, look at the flights that are happening. People are saying it's because of weather. Some of the flights that are flying are not going anywhere near the weather, but they're being canceled.
That's mainly a Southwest thing. Clean the swamp.
And those of you that don't understand what that is, that's the phrase that they use for DC. That is the number one phrase. Matter of fact, it was coined by Agent Orange. He pushed that narrative his whole. That's how he got in office, because that's what he pushed. We need to clean the swamp. People are like, what is that? That's the Senate, the House. That needs to be clean. You get all that muck out of there, and guess what happens? Then the wool gets pulled back. Now you can see everything that's going on. How about this? How about this? I thought about this, and I talk about this to people sometimes. We sometimes talk about it. Do y'all realize the racial epithet is not being pushed, although it's still very alive and very well?
Yeah.
Since Sleepy Joe's been in office, it has not been It has not been to the forefront, although it still should be, because we see the stuff coming out every day, and it hasn't changed. Some aspects, it's gotten worse.
Well, you said a mouthful.
As they say, people don't want to hear it. They don't want to face it.
But there's a lot that's going on within the, like, going back to what I said before, with this administration, it's beyond clean the swamp. Let's drain it.
Well, the thing is, you drain it, then that smell. So you clean it, then you drain it. You get all the big muck out of there. Get all that old stuff out of there, right?
But still,
I'm sorry, not the old. The old sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
So you got to get rid of what? The new stuff. Get that first, and then you drain it, and then you get rid of all that old crap.
Well, there's a lot of old crap that's getting rid of itself right now.
I mean, think about it. You
honestly
can die in office.
I think, but see, here's the thing, though. I think we're literally about to see a reset in our world's economy, not just in the U.S., but in the world's economy.
You've been saying that for about 2 years now.
And I think it's going to happen, bro.
You keep saying it's been 2 years. There's no reset going to happen because, again, behind closed doors, they're not going to let it happen. Behind closed doors, they're not going to. Think about the elections that have been happening, how now all of a sudden, we talked about the Arizona controversy, right? With Carrie Lake.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother story that we'll save for another week.
No, we're not going to go into it, but I'm just follow me with this. You have the one here with Carrie Lake, and there's been one in Florida with governors. There's been one in Colorado. So all these elections now, there's controversy behind. So somebody ain't lying. That's all I'm going to say. There's controversy. There's something going on behind closed doors. Do I think something shady was being done? Of course, there's always something shady being done because it's whoever they want in office. It's whoever they want to get voted in.
You got to play the game to beat the game. That's all I've been saying. You got to play the game to beat the game. And I think but here's the thing, the powers that be, the same powers that be that you talk about, when they notice that somebody's playing the game better than what they played the game at that could possibly change the game, they shut them down.
There you go.
They shut them down.
Not even playing the game better than, but changing it to where it's not beneficial
to just one party. Yeah.
For them. Because the whole thing is with this bill being passed, because what the fly on the wall will say, damn Republicans. Well, it wasn't a Republican who pushed the bill.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I think Kamala Harris was the drawing manufacturing vote on that one, right?
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned her. Has anybody seen the scandal that's going on there?
No. Don't pay attention to that.
Well, you should. Apparently, the Texas governor, man, I tell you, he's a hood brother. He sat there and dropped some immigrants off on her lawn again. On Christmas Eve, he dropped some immigrants off to a busload of them on her lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I read about that. I did read.
I was like, man.
I read about that. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, my cup's up to you, bro. Because that's some gangster stuff.
Yeah, but nah. Here's the thing.
She can put him to work. Go on big enough. She got a fence. She can protect him.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm going there. If y'all don't know, I don't like that woman. That was the pen dropping. If you want to know why, go back and look at the legislation she tried to pass in California regarding pedophilia. Look it up. I do not like that woman. I'm being specific because some people will add words in. You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't like her. It could have been. Actually, she's dead already, but I was thinking about the old senator from Baltimore. I think Barbara Mikulski.
Wow.
It could have been Barbara Mikulski voted as vice president. I would have totally agreed with her. I've met her. I used to see her at my elementary school, at my middle school, and she was truly about people and about building relationships. She was one of the ones that actually, I think, put me, helped me understand what voting was. My parents, your parents always tell you, oh, when you get there, you need to vote. But they would never give you the idea of what voting was about, and she did. She was that one senator that, she made it be known. She was from the area where I grew up too. So I guess that made it, a more of an impact too.
Bias. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm biased. I'll say it on that one. I'll agree. But yeah, So any time I'm going to get, I'm going to start looking every week to see if I can find something funnier about Kamala Harris or the artist formerly known as the vice president.
Oh, God damn. Don't be so mean.
I'm telling like it is. How often do we see her?
Well, folks, that has been current events and entertainment. We're going to take one quick commercial break, and I do mean quick, and we're going to hop right into sports. So stay tuned, stick with us. We'll be right back.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to a brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. Stay tuned. We got some new-ish that's about to kick off the new year, so make sure you stay tuned with that. Businesses, small business owners, any artists, whether you are sing, dance, rap, music artists, or paint.
Spoken word.
Get at us. We want to display your talent.
Hypnotists.
We want to display your talent.
Beatbox artists.
We want to display your talent.
Not a good comedian. We don't want to display your talent.
I was just about to say that. Anyway, going into sports with Pocky.
Sports. So actually, you know what?
To cut you off, this is what I want to talk about with sports. My God, they got to do something about Tua.
So as we all saw a few weeks ago, where I stated shut him down for the year, you said shut him down for the year. They didn't do it. He just came out of this game this weekend and had a third concussion.
I think that man got CTE. He's a walking case of CTE. I think he's like.
I said this yesterday at our meeting, and I'll say it now. I think about if you really did a poll, probably about 80-90% of football players have CTE. I mean, think about it. No, the brain, the head is not supposed to take that much impact. Think about boxers with the head contusions. Come on. It's brutal. We love watching brutality. It's just human nature. Think gladiators. Thank God they don't have those anymore. We love that. I understand because it's our out. It's our out to watch combat sports. Football.
Everybody loves a gladiator sport.
Hockey's a combat sport. Football's a combat sport. Every now and then, basketball can turn out to be a combat sport. But I don't think pickleball is a combat sport.
Let's stay on topic.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think pickleball. I just found out what pickleball was recently, so I mean,
don't tell me that you're about to start playing pickleball.
Oh hell!
Okay, good. Now,
not yet.
Oh Lord,
couple more sessions with the chiropractor, then I might be good to go. But yeah, I think that's what it's about. But Tua, they should have shut him down. Now, his career's in jeopardy.
I think he's done, bro.
He's not done. His career's in jeopardy.
No, I think he needs to retire unless they're going to put a better line behind that man that could protect him.
Well, that's the problem. They are behind him. They should be in front of him.
You get what I'm saying, though.
No, I don't. You said they should put a line. They should put it in front of him. That's where they need to be. That's what the problem problem is.
They need a better line, period. Unless you're going to put him in a better system that's going to protect that man, he needs to sit down.
The system set up for quick passes. That's what he does. But then, regardless of how quick the passes are, if I've got a free reign rusher coming, I mean, hello.
I don't know. I think he needs to. I think he's done, bro. I think he's done.
I don't think he's done, but I tell you who is done. J.J. Watt.
Salute, JJ. Appreciate your years in service, man.
In case y'all didn't hear, J.J. Watt, latest of the Cardinals fame, and actually 9.5 sacks, even half a sack from another double-digit year. He's going to retire at the end of the year. Come to find out, you thought it had something to do with the defibrillation.
Yeah.
He said he wanted his daughter to see his first in last game.
Yeah.
So she got to see his first game. He's going to see his last game. And he's going to go with all.
But I still think the heart thing has something to do with wanting him to witness and see his daughter grow up.
Considering that he said that the heart had nothing to do, he could have played. He's done. I think, honestly, what I think it was the Cliff Kingsbury effect. That's what I think it was. That's the worst coach in the NFL. Oh, okay, second worst. First worst already lost his job. Right. So I know. Wait, I'm right. He's the worst coach in the NFL because the other one's already gone. Right. So who else? Nathaniel Hackett's already gone. So who's next?
Well, second now. Just Nathaniel Hackett's. Yeah.
So who's before him?
The one coach.
Who's the one coach?
The one coach that I don't remember.
You just trying not to put him first.
Exactly.
He's the worst coach in the NFL. All of that offensive and defensive talent, and you can't get back. You should have been doing better than you were last year. Now, people want to say what's on Kyler Murray. I think the truth came out. It actually came out this week that Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury's relationship was damaged after the playoffs because apparently what Kyler Murray wanted to install and thought would do better, Cliff Kingsbury knocked it down. So, hello, Sean Payton, walk in the door.
If Sean Payton becomes the head coach of these Arizona Cardinals, we're definitely going to make a playoff run.
You won't even be a playoff run. I guarantee with Sean Payton there and the coaching staff he's trying to set up, Super Bowl. I'm not saying you're going to win it right now, but you'll make the Super Bowl.
I'll say we'll win it.
Yeah, you'll say it because you're a delusional Cardinals fan.
I'm just a diehard football fan.
No, you're a delusional Cardinals fan.
Diehard football fan.
So you're going to say you're going to win. So you can see yourself taking down Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Right now, hell no.
But no, even with Sean Payton, you still can see. I'm not talking about right now. See, that's the thing. Right now, you're not even making the playoffs.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, how's this?
We're talking about post Sean Payton. If he were to sign with the Cardinals, you see them beating Patrick Mahomes against the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Actually, let me not do that. The Kansas City Chiefs, you see them beating them. Depending on what?
What kind of season we're having that season.
You just said you'll win the Super Bowl.
It's real, but yeah, it depends on who's coming out of the AFC. You said that we could make the Super Bowl. I think we could beat the Bills.
With a healthy Von Miller?
Yeah. I do.
I don't, because the Bills, Tre'Davious White will lock on the receivers in that secondary. No slouch. Now, the offense, I don't know. Josh Allen is an unknown factor, although he's not healthy right now. But looking at it, so we're talking about future-wise. Yeah. Now, my bet is the Chiefs are a hell of a team to contend with for anybody. They're inconsistent. I'll tell you that. They're inconsistent this year, but that's this year. Next year's a whole different team because those rookies that they're playing right now, they'll be more consistent.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Now, looking also at the NFC, I hadn't even touched this yet. It was a bait. I was really baiting you.
I didn't fall for it.
Yeah, you did, because you said, "Oh, we can win it all." You still got to get past San Francisco and Philadelphia, regardless of this year. I'm talking about next year if Peyton's there. I said, "Yeah, you guys have a really good chance to make the Super Bowl."
We'll get past San Francisco.
Okay.
I don't see Philly having the same type of year of what they had this year next year. I don't see it.
Why not?
I don't see it.
Both those teams are built for longevity.
We'll see. We will see. Come week 3 or 4. No, I'm going to say come week 4 or 5 of next year, we'll see.
But we got to wait to see what the schedule looks like. Because what's going to happen is you guys might end up with the last place schedule, so you'll have an easy road to get to the playoffs. You have a last place schedule. But, again, Sean Payton puts you guys in a great position to get the wild card or win the division. Preferably the wild card, because I don't see you guys beating San Francisco. Because San Francisco has really coined the phrase next man up. Same thing with Philadelphia. They've really coined next man up. With all the injuries they've had, being able to have their team step up. In the way they stepped up. Which reminds me, we got 2 more weeks to the playoffs. 3 weeks after the playoffs.
No, you're right.
No,
This week,
next week. That's 2 weeks.
3.
Yeah, 3 weeks to the playoffs. I want to know who's everybody's favorite to make a deep run in the playoffs. Not to win the Super Bowl, but to make a deep run in the playoffs. That's what I want to know.
Mine was Miami for the AFC, but with Tua.
Your team was Miami.
Yeah.
They may not even make the playoffs.
Exactly. So I don't even know. That's up in the air for me. San Francisco for the NFC. I'm going to say San Francisco is going to make a deep run this year. I mean, it's already given with the Eagles. But I think it's going to come for the NFC. I think it's going to come down to San Francisco and Minnesota, whoever's going to play. Whoever wins that.
Well, here's my thing. Minnesota has been living by the cardiac. We call them cardiac kids for a reason, but they've been keeping winning these last second games. That's going to wear you on the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Now, they have the number 1 player in football right now, Jay Jetta, Justin Jefferson. I mean, nobody can stop him. Probably his mama, that's about it.
Why you got to bring up the man mama?
That's the only person that can stop him.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I don't see anybody else stopping him. You?
Me stopping him? No, I'm good. I can't stop him. My knees is bad.
I keep telling you, a couple more sessions with my chiropractor. We'll see.
You can't stop him.
Shoot, I know to check him at the line. You check him at the line, there's different. And what people don't understand is you got 5 yards where you can wrestle with him. After that, you can't touch him. You got to run neck and neck with him. What he's doing is he's checking the defensive back before he gets checked. Or depending on who the defensive back is, and he studies them really well, he'll change what he's doing. But yes, now one thing I wanted to talk about football. RG3 came out and posted today about how they need to stop making the MVP all about quarterbacks.
I agree.
He said, because you got some outstanding performances being done this year. One mentioning Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. On the defensive side, Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa. I've always agreed with that too, but the whole thing is, when you think about it, when the games are won and lost at the quarterback position. You know what the best case of that is?
Not a lot of games. Some games that deep.
Tell that to the Broncos. Number 1 points defense, number 32 points offense. Tell that to them. It's not won and lost at the quarterback position.
I could say it to them because they won that Super Bowl 50 off of that defense alone because Peyton Manning wasn't going to get them over
Peyton Manning's never been a good playoff quarterback, so don't even go there with me on that. Peyton Manning's never been a playoff quarterback. You're right. He's never been a playoff quarterback. So to say, but that was an exception. But guess what? He was decent during the year. Getting them to the playoffs. He was the hell of a better quarterback. In the playoffs, they relied on the cold weather and their defense, and it worked. But what I'm talking about right now, you can't do that anymore. You can bully teams, but guess what? When you slip, look at Cincinnati last year. They thought they had it. They even had pass interference on the first play of the third quarter that wasn't called. If I sound bitter, I do, because what is pass interference anyway? Anyone? What is pass interference? Because I thought is when you impede someone from their opportunity to get the ball. I thought that's what pass interference was. Like, you both have a right to the ball. If any of you impede each other, that's pass interference. That's what I thought the rule was. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe the rules changed somewhere. I don't know.
Well, you got the Steelers this week. Ravens are playing the Steelers this week.
I don't have the Steelers. The Steelers have the Ravens, and they're going to lose again. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? I already made a prediction. Well, I can't go back. I was believe it anyway. We beat them with a third-string quarterback, let alone a second string. So, I mean.
Well, folks, I want to thank you guys for tuning into a great episode. Another one.
Parlays.
The parlays.
Basketball.
Do we do the parlays? I don't know. Do you want to do parlays? Because my phone.
Now, if y'all want to know why we spent more time on football, because, well, really that's what it is right now. Football. It's the
football and boxing season.
Well, I'm not going to talk boxing. Well, actually, I will talk it. I mean, in case y'all didn't know, there was an incident that came out from last night. Gervonta Tank Davis was arrested this morning for a domestic violence incident. I guess I don't talk about domestic violence. I don't like talking about it. But it goes back to what I kind of snuck in there earlier. Boxers, football, athletes, period, but mostly football and boxers, the combat sports, they're the ones most likely to have incidents of domestic violence.
Doesn't excuse it.
Oh, no. I didn't say it excuse it. Matter of fact, what was I removed his name from my memory, but Earl Thomas. How about his domestic violence situation where it was his wife?
Yeah.
But it was still domestic violence.
So I'm going to take the Bucks over the Bulls. I'm going to take the Pelicans over the Timberwolves. I'm going to take Golden State over the Jazz. And I'm going to take the Nuggets over the Kings.
Let's see. Ooh. I'm taking the points with the Bucks, only 2.5.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. Yeah, that's it's kind of a slight, isn't it?
I'm gonna take the Bucks. I'm gonna take the money line. I'm not even gonna take the points on it.
No, okay, I can hear you on that. I can hear you on that. T-Wolves, Pelicans. Pelicans are hot, man.
That's why I'm taking Pelicans.
Pelicans are the money team right now,
and they're favored by 6.5 points.
Yeah,
6.5.
You can't go against. I'm sorry, I can't go against that. Nuggets, Kings are a sneaky team. They're sneaky, but Jokic is playing lights.
Ball out.
He's playing lights out. I guess he's trying to go neck for neck with Mr. 60-20.
Yes, he is.
If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, last night was one of the most epic nights ever in basketball history. Luka Doncic, 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. Now, it's a 60-point triple-double, but it's a 60-20 triple-double. First time ever in NBA history. I was trying to think, so not even Wilt Chamberlain did this? All of them triple-double, all that stuff he did, he didn't do that? But I guess when you're in the age of no defense, what happens? I guess we agreed on all of them. And for those of you Arizona folks, Devin Booker's out for a month. Xanis and Roses, hit our email. Hit our email if you want to talk business. We don't do anything on our channel. Hit our email if you want to talk business. Okay? And thank you for the Twitch follow, by the way. But hit our email and we'll talk business. But other than that, folks, we appreciate you for the past year.
We won't see you guys until next year. Oh my God, I just thought about that.
I won't see you till next year.
Yeah.
Oh, let me try. Ready? Roll the camera. I won't see you till next year.
Oh shit. Oh Lord. Until next year, folks. May you have a blessed and happy new year. Be safe out there, man.
Be safe. Matter of fact, if you stay safe, and what that means is wherever you're planning to go there early. Be there with friends, family, whoever it may be. Be with people you're familiar with. Do not go to places you do not know people. If somebody arrives that you don't know, leave. Reason why I say that, there's been a lot of stuff going on building up to this point of the year. There's been way too much people getting, and too many incidents happening. I don't want to get news or wind of any of our followers getting caught up in anything over the New Year's holiday. I pray that all of you are safe. I pray that all of you make it to the new year enjoyably. I pray that whatever you didn't accomplish this year, you get threefold in the new year.
I'm just going to say this to make it short. I love y'all. Be safe and have a happy new year.
And there is no word today because it's our anniversary.